XFM.
And the other thing annoying about this is ironic, right? Now, the male of all bird species they're called a cock.
Yes.
Right. But the only bird with a cock,
Yeah.
right, is called a cob.
Is that what a swan's called?
Yeah, they're cob and pen. They're not cock and hen.
That's
and
annoying.
he isn't a cock, but he's got a cock.
Yeah, yeah. Quick query there, Rick.
Go on.
When you said then cock,
Yeah.
presumably you meant male bird.
Yeah.
The first time you said it.
Yeah.
The second time you said it, you said cock. Did
Yeah.
you mean the penis?
Well, you're showing off the whole farce of radio broadcasting.
Because you're not really allowed to say cock.
No, exactly.
meaning
No,
penis.
one cock would cause great offence.
Yeah.
The other cock's fine.
Exactly.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is strange. It is strange. So I mean, if I said now to you, you know, oh, I like cocks.
Yeah.
Meaning birds.
Yeah, that's
that'd
fine.
be fine.
Yeah.
But if I meant penises, it would be a problem.
If you like cocks, it was yeah,
Right.
that would be.
Karl,
yeah.
do you like cocks? Do you like cocks?
No.
Right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I was asking if you like.
No, I like, you know.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like
I mean, I'm a big fan of tits.
The small birds that come
bird.
down and peck at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like tits
Yeah.
and cocks. There's nothing.
Tits and cocks,
There's
there's
nothing
nothing
wrong with. There's nothing. Carl, don't worry. There's nothing wrong
No,
with saying tits
'cause
and cocks.
when I said tits, I meant the little birds.
Yeah,
And
they
when I
come
said
down.
cocks, I mean the big birds.
Yeah. Do you know when
Go on. No, go on.
No, it's just that it's when you're talking about tits.
Yeah.
You know, at the milk. Do you? I like the fact they flutter away when they hear the milkman coming.
Oh, come on.
So when
What?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, when the milkman's coming, when he's walking up the path.
Ash, and sometimes lovely song. Got to apologise to our producer there because he was worried about it was a bit. There was nothing wrong with it. It's just like saying you like watching birds in the garden.
It's just that I think you're better than that.
I know it's cheap, isn't it, to say like we like
I like tits.
Yeah, I like cocks. So we're a bit more literary now. One of my favourite things
Go on.
is Fanny by Gaslight.
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting. That's interesting. I'm a big fan of Moby Dick.
Oh yeah, the book, Moby Dick,
yeah,
not the medical condition. There's
No,
nothing
no,
in your no, it's the big horrible thing that used to swallow semen.
Yeah.
Now in the winter,
Yeah.
Steve,
Go on.
there's nothing I like more than
Yeah.
to keep my hands warm in a muff.
No, sure. You mean those kind of furry things that sort of classy-looking ladies?
Yeah,
use to
posh
get hands on?
ladies often put their hands. Yeah, you know when you have a nice like a party and they're
Yeah, a
all
nice
leaving,
party, yeah, a
and
winter party.
and you might take the wrong hat or something. There's nothing I like more than to see two posh women with their hands in each other's muffs,
Oh, that's always a
and
fun
they're going,
bit.
"Oh, this must be yours."
Yeah, that is always funny.
Yeah,
That's always
yeah,
funny.
Yeah. But seriously, no, I'll stop this. You're right. I've got a degree.
I think I just remembered that my favourite Beatles song is "Come Together."
Yeah. Now we're going to stop this now, Carl, because it's childish. You're right. I've got a philosophy degree, for
Yeah.
Christ's sake, and it's about time.
Who's your
We-
favourite philosopher? Do you mind me asking?
Well, I would tell you, except when I ever talk about it, I go into a Cockney accent.
Really?
So it can be like my favourite philosopher. I like a bit of Kant.
Right. Is that Immanuel Kant,
Yeah.
the philosopher?
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah.
That's strange. What's his name again?
Kant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That can be weird. Can be strange.
Look at Carl's
Look at
face.
his face.
Look at his face.
Join
Oh.
in, Carl.
Oh,
Undo your trousers. Just
We'll
let
be
it
like
hang
Stan
out. Let your
Boardman
cock hang
when he
out.
told the Fokker joke.
Yeah.
We
of course.
won't do local radio again for 10 years.
XFM.
Rebel Motorcycle Club there in Loveburns, XFM 104.9. We're really swinging now.
We are. It's
so
happening.
much better than last week.
Last week was appalling. I don't want to talk about
Well, it wasn't too bad, actually.
Was it?
Apparently. No, I said, oh, we were really off and Steve was hungover and I was tired and we couldn't be bothered. And, they were going, no, it's as good as any other week.
Ooh.
Which is pretty disappointing, isn't it? You want them to go, well, I'll tell you what, it was the worst one ever and it was still brilliant.
It was still magnificent.
As opposed to,
yeah.
it was one of the best. But rubbish.
Yeah.
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 Good. So we're going to really...
Yeah, we're going to up the ante today.
Yeah.
Come on,
Ooh.
Carl. Cheer up.
Let's make this, Carl, let's make this the best show ever.
All right. Should we have a big group hug?
Yeah.
Oh, Carl, come on.
Let's have a big group lick.
Yeah. Carl, come
Oh,
on.
look at his little
Look at his face. You can see why the ladies love him. He's a cute guy. No, you're a cute guy. And I'm not having a go. I genuinely think you are, so don't have a go back at me.
Oh, I've got some news for you, Steve.
Go on.
Where is it? Carl, where is that thing? Right, here. Company Magazine are compiling a 50 most eligible bachelors feature.
Ding dong.
For the May issue 2002, right? These are the requirements, right? Single, right?
Hello.
That means available, not just unmarried. Just,
Okay.
Age 20 to 30. You're well in there.
I'm straight in there.
C. D.
What was C?
C is it says good looking.
Fine, yeah, I'm eligible so far.
And it
Keep
says
going.
oh no, this is what rules you out probably. It says not necessarily Brad Pitt-esque. And you are a little bit.
Well, so they say.
It must be British and come from one of the following regions. London, South East, South West.
That's me.
I think they just name all the regions of Britain.
Yes, they could just say from Britain.
Really. Employ... What, sorry, Karl, go on.
Is there a height restriction or anything like that?
XFM.
It's not the end of the world. Super furry animals.
Absolutely beautiful.
XFM 104.9.
Rick, you going to do your film review for us? We've got time for it, I think.
I'm not, no.
Why not?
I'm not going to do it anymore.
You're not going to do it anymore?
No.
You love it, don't you?
No, it's great, and I just think it's time. You know, I did a dozen, but I did all the films that I would give like 9 or 10 out of 10 for. I don't want to drop the standards.
Right.
I don't want to start doing films that are 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
That's where a lot of film reviews go wrong.
Yeah, Ross being one of them.
Yeah, I've seen them go, oh, this is worth 7. Don't do it then.
Yeah.
If it's no good, don't do it.
Know it yourself.
No.
Sure.
So
no more film reviews?
no.
Oh.
Until a great film comes out.
Sure, okay.
Like Braveheart 2 or something. Yeah. Which would be, 9 now.
Quite an eventful,
Yeah.
I'd have thought.
Yeah. So 9 for that. In
well-
advance.
Rick, it's almost the end of the show, and still got time for the song for the ladies.
I can't
but
wait.
Karl won't be here next week.
Oh, where's going?
Where are you heading, Karl? Going away for Christmas? Tell us.
What? It's a secret. What you want?
Well, in case your fans try and track you down.
What? Are you going taking pictures of planes in Greece? What?
Political?
Rob your house, don't they?
Satirical, Steve. Satirical.
Where are you
Yeah.
going? What are you doing?
If I tell you what, if I was caught in a foreign country and the government got there and said no, it's okay, they were train spotting or plane spotting, I go no, I am a spy.
Exactly.
No, I am a spy. No, it's all right. You were train spotting. I wasn't spying. Please.
I saw you at the Doctor Who convention as well.
No, probably an assassin or something. I think.
Yeah.
I'm probably an assassin.
Karl, where are you going, mate? Tell us. Come on, we haven't got time.
To say when. What's that here?
What?
People rob your house if.
Yeah, we didn't say tell us your address, tell us where you leave the key, and then tell us you're going on holiday. We said where you going on holiday.
Barbados.
Oh yeah?
Ooh, showing off.
Yeah.
Boasting.
I'll tell you what, Steve, what I'd like to see, and a lot of the listeners right there too, pop round there now, touch him for Christmas.
Shall I touch him for Christmas?
Touch him any way you like for Christmas.
Can I
Love
just
him
introduce
for
the song for the ladies before?
Well, love him for Christmas, though.
Can I just say
Yes,
what
but
the
as
song
long
is?
as you love and touch
We're going to
him.
leave you with the excellent Tim Buckley, of course, father of Jeff.
I'm just going to
and,
be watching, but
this is a
love
track
him.
that was
Look at his
also-
little face.
Also on that CD that my friend Dave sent me earlier, so if you don't like it, blame him.
Yeah.
While he's been arrested by the copyright police. And it's called Buzz in Fly. Let me touch you, Karl.
Don't, Steve.
Go on.
A man for Christmas.
I'm not coming
Kissing
back.
a man.
Licking.
A man
Mate.
for Christmas.
Oh,
You're
look
not in
like...
touch with your feminine side at all. I can put you in touch with your feminine side
going.
and my feminine
I'm
side.
liking it. So I can't look, I'm busy.
Let's put each
Look,
other
I'm
in
busy.
XFM.
The pigs come, if you like.
Sorry? What did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
When you do what, Karl?
What? What did you say? No, what did you say? Because I don't want to have to go to the radio authority again. What did you say then? Just remember.
We are going out live, Karl.
Yeah, remember Tom Binns, right? What did you say?
What I'm saying is, why were they shouting Vera? Because pigs don't come to the name, do they?
Hey? I don't know the ins and outs of pig, of how to lure a pig into your trap.
Can I just tell you some very, very interesting things about pigs?
Please do.
Right. One, everyone knows they have a corkscrew-shaped penis, right?
Yeah,
A corkscrew-shaped
Yeah.
penis. That's
Yeah.
the tail, isn't it?
Two, they can't look up. They can't put their head back and look up, right? Three, they can have a 30-minute orgasm.
Rick, is it only pigs that have got a corkscrew-shaped penis?
No, and landlords.
Okay.
Very handy.
Right. Here's one for you.
Go
if
on.
you like insect facts and stuff.
Go on.
If a man was a flea,
You could jump over St Paul's Cathedral.
no,
What?
wrong. It's gone up now. It's the big wheel. The big wheel.
The Millennium Wheel.
Now. It's gone up now. Play a record. You're the best. Ash, there's a star on XFM 104.9. Now, Steve.
Yes.
Karl text messaged me in the week, very excited, because he just watched a programme that proved me and you were stupid. Remember we we sort of champion the anti-supernatural.
Yes. Skeptical view.
We're just absolutely skeptical about things like that. We're atheists. We don't believe in ghosts, anything like that. Anything supernatural. We're followers of James Randi, a genius of our times. But Karl saw something that proved us wrong. I'd like Karl to tell you what this proof was, what he saw it on, and look at him. Go on then.
It was on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I was watching. You see, the problem is I didn't get the full story, so you could pick holes out of it.
Sure.
Unlike your usual investigations into the supernatural,
Which are
it was called. Can I just say what the program was called?
Mr. Exorcist.
Oh, brilliant.
So
sounds like an academic work to me.
The bit that I caught, I just flicked it over, sort of seeing what's on the telly, and I thought, oh, Exorcist, I've seen it, but there's nothing else, and I watch it, and then I realised it wasn't the same thing. Yeah. Oh, I'll have a bit of this. And there was an old woman and a daughter, and as far as I was aware, the bit I picked up on, they were saying, oh, you know, it's dreadful, and unless you've been through it, you know, you've had ghosts in your house and that, you really don't know what it's like.
Yeah, sure.
And the main thing that seemed to be getting them down was the fact that the budgie was getting stressed.
The budgie was getting stressed?
Because animals can sense the other side, can't they?
Can they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and how was that manifesting itself? You don't know. What was the budgie doing?
I think it just wasn't happy.
Right. Did it explain that to people, or
no,
how did it express that?
Budgies are known for being chirpy, aren't they?
I see, and it wasn't chirpy.
It normally swings on its little perch and that. And
just depressed because it was possessed.
It was just sat around in its pyjamas.
So
no. Come on, Steve. Come on, Steve. You're making this a mockery. So the budgie was depressed because he could sense the ghost.
Yeah, and then this guy, this Mr. Exorcist, came round.
Was that his name?
Yeah.
Okay. Was he a priest or something?
Yeah, he might have been.
Yeah.
Like I picked
did he have like a black coat with a little white collar? That's usually the.
He had his coat on, so you couldn't tell.
No, sure. Okay.
But so he came round and he sort of did his thing, and then.
And was he trying to exorcise the budgie?
No, the ghost.
House.
Right.
The
so
house,
it wasn't that the budgie had a demon or anything.
No. Okay. No, this wasn't a possession, was it? This was a straightforward. It wasn't a poltergeist or anything. It was just a.
Well, a haunted house.
Yeah, but that's the thing he was saying. He was saying you can have like your ghouls and that aren't that bad, that aren't going to cause you any problems.
Yeah.
But obviously the budgie, they've got weak hearts and that, haven't they? And
sure. So
anyway, basically he sorted it out, did whatever he did, and the next shot you see is like the budgie making a noise and swinging it's over the moon again, and the old woman was like happy because she couldn't
believe it. Yeah.
And the
priest didn't come in and go, well, you should feed that bird. Give it a bit of millet. It was happy. It goes, right. No, see you later. No. It was a toast.
Budgies are. My mum's got a budgie, and they're fairly happy all the time, aren't they? So it's got to be something fairly odd. Right.
You never see a budgie sitting down going, I feel like topping myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, though?
No.
Do you know you can have like a moody dog? You can see a dog when it's unhappy if it's walking down the street.
You can have a moody canary, can't you? And what they do is they often tell the police what you've been doing. They're known for that.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
basically,
so that for you is proof that the supernatural exists. A bird in a cage got a little bit annoyed, wasn't chirping as much as it normally did. Who knows why? There could have been a little draft up its. And
cloaca.
Exactly.
That's
anyway,
a medical term.
Anyway, a man came in and did whatever he did.
Yeah. Mr. Exorcist, though, Steve.
Yeah.
This wasn't any bloke off the street. This was Mr. Exorcist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and for you, that's the proof that there's.
Just because, like, if it was a person, you go, they're playing up for the camera.
Yeah. A budgie could possibly act like that, Steve.
Yeah. I see what you mean. You're saying a budgie would not be trying to. It wouldn't be trying to become famous.
No,
or trying to get on the telly.
Not like Lassie.
No, sure.
It was basically a show off.
Yeah, or Champion the Wonder Horse.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think
I've changed my tune, Rick. I don't know about you.
I have, and I think we should play a record.
I'd love to get Mr. Exorcist in. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Never dabble with things you don't understand.
Sorry.
Like women. See what I did there?
He's turned that back on me.
Blur. Boys and girls.
Girls and boys. Embarrassed yourself.
XFM.
Look at the All-Stars. The old.
So, can I don't want to criticise there, but if I was listening and I'd enjoyed that track and I wanted to know what it was, I wouldn't have understood what you just said.
Really?
Could you just say that again?
Low Fidelity All-Stars.
Yeah, Low Fidelity, because you went Low Fidelity, wasn't it?
I was doing me DJ talk,
No, it's just you didn't open your mouth wide enough.
I can't be bothered.
No, sure.
It takes too much. Look at listen to him crinchling his little crinchling.
Crinch, you're not crinchling.
You're
again,
not
are you?
crinchling your Jaffa cakes, are you?
He wasn't going out on air. No one knew.
I bet you're one of those people in cinemas that think you're being really quiet eating a bag of crisps, aren't you? Do you go to cinemas?
I haven't been for a bit, actually.
What do you do, Karl?
Karl!
What's an entertaining evening for you?
Yeah.
What would you do to occupy your time?
Might
Your hobbies, for instance.
might get a video out from prime time.
Right? What would you enjoy that, or would it just be a chore for you?
No, I think things like that.
You really hate doing that.
That's when you really switch off and you forget all your problems and stuff.
Why, you haven't got any
You
problems?
haven't got any problems, Karl.
You don't know that. I put on a face when I'm with you.
You wear a mask. Are you crying inside,
This
Karl?
is you being the happiest you can be. You're like a clown, aren't you? Oh,
Do you think I'm like a hard, miserable man? Because there was somebody else.
I don't
who
think you're
said
hard.
this the other day, and like I said to him, I can't watch The Elephant Man because it upsets me.
God, you're the best! You don't know you're doing it. You're
No,
the
but
best.
Can you watch it?
Well,
I always, when it gets to that bit where they're carrying him through the village and messing about with his head.
Do you know, this is true. My dad watched that once, and we were watching it. My mum and my sister and that were all quite moved by it, almost reduced to tears, thinking it was a wonderful example of man's inhumanity to man and all that thing.
Yeah.
And my dad just went, "Wouldn't he make an amazing novelty rucksack?" And it cheapened the film for me, and I've never had this sort of.
Steve was
relationship.
thinking, he's not that ugly.
Ooh. Blimey, here we go. We were laughing at Karl. Can we focus on one person at a time, Rick, please? Let's destroy him first.
Oh, God. Tell him what you said to me when that record was playing about the Jaffa Cakes. He bought some Jaffa Cakes, which was lovely. He went across the road and he handed out the Jaffa Cakes. And then I went, oh, thanks very much. And then what did you say?
I just remember learning at school. I'm not like making fun of the illness because it's not funny, but they cure cancer.
Jaffa Cakes cure cancer.
Not like fully.
Right. They just go some way to helping.
Yeah. Do you know? It'll sort of help. If you've got it, you can't say, right, get me a load of Jaffa Cakes.
Right.
But I think it sort of puts a bit of a stop to it if you haven't got it. Do you know what I mean? It's like having vitamin tablets.
Is this medically proven? Should we get Dr. Fox down here to confirm that?
I
sure.
can't. I actually can't cope. You're just play a record. Play a record.
Can I just, if anyone has ever survived cancer thanks to Jaffa Cakes, please call in.
No, but I didn't say
He
that.
said, and then he went, it's the orange thing in it. And then he tried to read it. He said, I wonder if it's, and he tried to read out this scientific name.
XFM.
Elbow, Asleep in the Back. I think that is absolutely beautiful. I think Elbow are my favourite new group.
We've sang their praises many times and they never phoned to thank us.
Should they?
Yes.
Do they?
Annoying.
Really?
Annoying.
No, they're doing a good job there. I wonder if they found their lyrics. Because I also wanted to write a song for them, didn't I? They didn't take me up on that either, Steve.
I'm not sure I'm so keen on them now. Karl, can I have a Jaffa Cake? Because I've just found a lump.
I think... You don't mean me, do you?
No.
All right, good.
Thanks, Steve.
Now, we interviewed Karl there. I think we've learnt a little bit more about Karl there.
We did, yeah.
And I'm going to interview Steve now, Karl, because I used to be... You concentrating. Don't put it all in at once.
Karl, chew. Chew before you swallow. Careful. You'll hurt yourself. All right.
I used to suffer with that a lot.
What?
Not chewing.
The amount of times I nearly died as a kid.
What? Forgetting to chew.
Choking.
Sure.
Mint Imperials. My mum stopped that.
Drinking them with water.
She'd have to hide them.
He's coming out of his shell, isn't he? He's happy Saturdays. He's miserable all week, and he's happy Saturdays, isn't he? Oh, look at him. It's like we get him weekends.
Yeah.
And he's just happy because we sort of spoil him, don't we? And he has Jaffa Cakes and everything. We let him on
he
the
has to go
radio.
and live with his stepmum again in the week.
Oh,
They're the
no.
ones who listen.
what do you
Oh,
say?
really?
Your girlfriend does, doesn't she, I imagine?
She's been away for ages.
I know.
I imagine she just switches off after a while.
But you know we love you, don't you? We're excited. We talk about you in the week, and we think you're great. So don't just think we're using you as
cheap comedy material. I'd hate you to think that, Karl.
Right. No, I'm going to interview Steve. You know, because I used to be a chat show host. Well, I am a chat show host.
Well,
Did you see me at Ricky Gervais?
no. I worked on it and I didn't watch it. No one watched
True.
it.
That's terrible.
No one watched
What
it.
do you think, Karl?
I loved it.
See?
Are you thinking of Parkinson?
XFM.
Rick, I was going to say something to you before we got sidetracked. What were we talking about, Karl? Oh, we were talking about,
We nearly lost it then a bit, but I think we pulled it back.
It's okay, no, we had a fascinating fact that we were going to
Oh yeah, if everyone in China, Karl...
This is true, Karl.
Right,
Karl,
listen
wake up and listen.
Listen, if everyone in China jumped, it wouldn't be hard to coordinate. They did hands across America. They did up yours, the laws, right? We can coordinate this. We can get the sun involved or something, right? Everyone, 1.2 billion or something, jumped up and down at the same time.
Shut up. You're not explaining this clearly
It would
enough.
cause a tidal wave that would destroy America.
If every person in China jumped up at the same time, that would cause a tidal wave that would destroy America, apparently, according to physics.
According to physics.
I don't believe it.
It is, no, true, it's a fact. We're not making this up. We both know this is a fact.
We're not making it up. We've heard it, but
Yeah.
obviously I don't know what that's based on. Someone going, just had a terrible thought, Mr. President. What is it? No, you know the atomic bomb and all that? Yeah, forget it. Forget it. If everyone in China jumped up and down, they'd wipe us out. Right. You know what I mean?
See, there should be some Chinese leader just threatening them with that.
Yeah, just showing them a picture of everyone just poised.
just pictures of China people just crouching.
On pogo sticks.
Exactly.
Just a billion
Or
Chinese
just,
people.
Just all stood on the Great Wall of China, about to jump off. That'd be brilliant.
Oh,
See, look at Karl, he's dumbfounded, he's scared now.
He's scared now, ain't you?
But there's more chickens in the world than people.
Oh,
Play record.
well, that's brilliant. To substantiate that, please get in touch.
Merchant, y'all. XFM 104.9. LA to London, dilated people expanding on.
Respect, guys. Cheers very much. Out of here. Yeah, guys, just maxing there. Lovely. Good to hear from them. Good to hear from the boys. But I'll probably be heading over to LA, NYPD, and just chilling with them.
I'd love them to meet you.
You're having a laugh.
I'd love them to meet you.
We would hang out. I know all the jive.
It's like a thing they do on MTV or X, like being dilated peoples, and
Yeah.
they come in, they make us three look
Yeah,
like
look
a
like
rap
dilated peoples.
group. Wouldn't that be great?
Listen, I told you before. I've always remembered the words of Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yeah.
Bitch is a bitch and a hoe's a hoe. But if a man be acting like a bitch, he's a bitch ass homie. All
Yeah,
right.
sure.
Those are the words from the
Sure.
street.
I would. It'd be like you two had won a competition or something. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
I just don't think you can believe it that I'd just be hanging out, with
Sort
them
of like
in the crib.
people of courage, and you get a chance to meet your favourite. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Listen, we were talking earlier about the fact that Bruce Lee, and it's a well-known fact,
Yeah.
he faked his own death so he could continue his undercover police work, as opposed to being the
Because
biggest
no one
movie
would.
star.
You know, he doesn't
No one
look
was
different
spotting.
to anyone else.
But I was talking to someone as well recently who utterly convinced, and you get this quite a lot, don't you, especially Americans, that Elvis Presley's still alive.
Yeah.
And I think, wasn't there some statistic, like more people believed Elvis was alive than believed evolution? Was that right?
Yes.
Something like that?
No. No, it's something worse than that. It could be something.
It was something like that. It's something
mad,
like, I
isn't
don't know,
it?
it's something like 42% of Americans
Yeah.
believe that Elvis Presley has faked his own death and is still
Yeah.
alive, right?
Yeah.
And there's this whole book that's been written about it, because, Karl, you might be interested in this. I know you're always fascinated by things that have been written down and therefore a gospel.
Yeah.
And
that you don't have to
apparently-
revise yourself. You just learn off
Exactly.
Ian Wright. Yeah.
But apparently, the reason that Elvis is still alive is that there's a number of sort of pieces of evidence. One is that none of his family could agree which colour pyjamas he was wearing when he died. That's
Yeah.
evidence, apparently. Apparently, he was an honorary member of the FBI. Well, apparently his signature appears on FBI documents well into the 80s, long after he should have died. Apparently no one can agree. There was sums of money that only...
a lot of fat people in dungarees have seen him.
Yeah. There's sums of money which apparently only he could have given authority to have transferred to other bank accounts they've moved.
Yeah.
So this is all evidence that Elvis is still alive. And a lot of people, and I was talking to this guy and he was saying, yeah, well, of course, the thing is, the pressures of fame were too much for him, that he faked his own death so that he no longer had to be this huge icon, he could live an ordinary life. And my query has always been this: if Elvis faked his own death, do you think the method he'd have chosen is to have shat himself to death whilst on the toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah, but because he picked that, nobody will doubt it.
Right. So Elvis went to the FBI.
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
Well, exactly. So what we're saying, Karl, is that there was lots of methods open to him. You know what I mean? It's all like, he didn't go to his secret police and go, "Oh, I'm fed up. I want to fake my own death." You know what I mean? And they go, "Yeah, that,
Yeah, and what methods have you got?
I like to be found, shit myself down the toilet.
You like to do what?
I want to be a big fat mother on the toilet, just shitting myself to death.
Right,
on my ankles.
Yeah, Elvis is a good idea. I'm just wondering if there's maybe something a little bit more glamorous If you're in favour of death, I mean, you could take a bullet for the president.
Huh. What, and shit all over him? Just shit?
No, no crap at all.
That'd be what you
No, you just take a bullet for him, or you could.
There has to be shit involved.
Why has there got to be?
There has to be shit involved.
Why has there got to be crap?
I want this way. Oh, make it happen. Yeah, it's probably Karl, head in hand, look. Yeah. He's worried about the things we say.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We haven't offended 1.2 billion people.
Yeah, a fifth of the planet.
So, Karl, what do you make of it then? Are you convinced
like I say,
Elvis is still alive?
am I getting him mixed up with someone else?
Because all Elvis,
No,
all Elvises look alike.
Because
Now that is true. A lot of Elvises do look alike. That's safe.
on his gravestone,
Yeah.
didn't they get his name wrong, or is that his brother?
Who's his brother?
Aaron.
That's his middle name.
Yeah.
You're not an Elvis kind of expert, are you?
Hold on, wasn't Elvis one of a twin that died?
That died, and I'm sure they got his name wrong on a grave or something. Oh, I don't know.
But that's consequently that's proof he's still alive.
No, the thing with the still alive thing, like I say, he picked that awkward death because nobody would be saying, hang on a minute, going round upsetting the family, wanting to talk about it because they'd be embarrassed to be saying, you know, he was found sort of in a pile of mess.
Weighing 25 stone.
Yeah. So...
Because you notice he also expanded to a huge size as well, so he was just a huge fat blob of a man. He also did that to add, you know, extra...
To the glamour.
I don't quite understand all these people who fake their deaths, because...
Well, a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't, Karl. This is what, in a roundabout way, we're saying. We're saying that a lot of people that say people fake their death, they didn't.
Who
like
else?
Bruce Lee
Who else has said
and James Dean and Elvis Presley. We're saying they didn't fake their deaths.
he did die, didn't he? His head come off, didn't it?
Very good.
Who's this?
James Dean?
His head came off.
XFM.
Do you have a favourite Tales of the Unexpected, one that you remember particularly that shook you up?
Yeah, we were talking about the one on where there's some woman in prison. Have you seen that one?
No, I can't remember them all.
Right. This woman's in prison.
Yeah.
And she gets a bit friendly with the guy who takes the dead bodies out.
Right.
And he said, I can get you out of here. He said, what you've got to do, right? You've got to, I don't know, at midnight...
When you hear the bell toll, that means there's been a dead body.
Yeah, there's been a dead body. So what you've got to do is go into, like, the place where all the dead bodies are, get in the first coffin on the right, and then I'll come along and carry you out, and you can run away and escape, right? So she goes, yeah, all right then. So she hears the bell go.
I'll bury you, right? And then I'll come back later and dig you up.
Right.
Yeah, but
that's the point.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Trust me, Karl, it
Alright,
really matters.
okay.
Listen, I don't know if I'm going to ruin this for people at home.
Yeah.
Can I just skip to the end? I would imagine that she gets buried and he doesn't come back, and she has to get buried alive.
Better than that.
Okay.
Yeah, she does it. She gets into the coffin.
Yeah, shh.
Go on.
Right. So she gets in the coffin, and she's lying there for ages.
She's buried.
She can feel a bit of movement going on, so she's obviously, you know, being carried somewhere, so she's thinking, this is it, I'm getting out. And she's lying there for ages and thinking, why isn't someone coming and lifting the lid off this? Do you know what I mean? Letting me get out. So she's really bored. She gets a lighter out, right? Lights it to have a look at who she's lying on. It's only the fella who said he'd help escape.
Oh.
How bad is that?
That is... How bad is that?
So it is quite important that she's buried alive then, isn't it? In retrospect, you realise that the jeopardy is that she is buried alive and can't get out. Yeah. It makes it so much worse, doesn't it, than just like lying in the morgue and going, actually, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna work.
Look at Karl's face. Having told that, he's so pleased. His face is lit up. He's beaming like a child.
Have you seen any?
Is that your favourite horror thing ever?
That's a good one. And
let's see if anyone knows what the finger is. When that bloke was under the ground, wiggling his finger.
We were talking about one with some fella who's stuck in the ground or something.
This is a motif I noticed in your particular favourite ones.
Yeah.
Right.
People stuck in the ground. Go on.
Right. So
It's a fella, is it?
Yeah, a fella stuck. Now, I seem to remember it just being his foot, to be honest, being stuck in a hole. And
no, he was under the ground and he got a little thing out of the pavement and he put his finger up and wiggled it to try and attract attention. Then you see a woman come along and her stiletto heel just knocks his finger off.
You see, I'm wondering whether it's the same one as I saw.
Yeah, it could be two like that, couldn't there?
They were running out of ideas by the last series.
It's a big theme in Hollywood.
Or, what was that one you told me about with the porn? That was a good one.
Oh, this was fantastic, right? Right. There was this,
Sorry, can I just check now? We're just remembering classic episodes of the Tales of the Unexpected
this is important. Well, I saw one, right? I saw one, on Tales of the Unexpected, right? And it was, these two gents, what they used to do, they look down the obituaries and they'd blackmail the wife or the son of a dead eminent person, like might be a priest or a doctor, or something like that, and they'd go and they'd say, he bought some erotic stuff from us before he died, and he owes 100 guineas and all this sort of stuff, and they'd pay up because it'd be so embarrassing. They just didn't want them to say, just pay him, right? And this one bloke said, who are these people? I'll meet with them. And he goes round there, and he goes round, and they go, your father, he goes, my father could not have bought any erotic material from you. They did it, he goes, he couldn't have, he's blind. Right, and that was the twist. And Karl went, so it was magazines, not videos then.
Yeah. Now think about it, Steve. Is that so stupid?
Well, presumably it was set in olden times because people, professional pornographers don't tend to call it, you know, erotic material.
Yeah.
They tend to call it, you know, juicy jugs or whatever. But more than that, I don't understand how a video is going to be any use to a blind person either. I know that you can hear the sound, Karl. Look at him nodding like he's caught me out.
Yeah, what sound were you hear? Do 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 do. Your meter needs looking at? Yes. Cut. What's then? What's that? Then it's just noises, isn't
occasional groans.
Yeah.
Right.
You could listen through the wall at your neighbours.
He does.
I mean, that's why I save a lot of money. But I thought you were going to point out, Karl, that they could have had a Braille porno. Now, have you thought of that?
Look, feel the lumps on that.
Exactly. Think about it, Karl.
Think about it.
You're excited now.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend's away, Karl.
Yeah, the cheese grate has only entered the cupboard.
No, she's a good-looking lady.
XFM.
Badly Drawn Boy, Silent Sigh.
Cracking tune, that.
XFM 104.9. Maybe there'll be a few silent sighs around London on the 4th of May when, that's it, we're off the air for 3 months.
Yeah. Wow, you're really getting into the DJ patter today.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. It's only taken, what is it, 5 years?
Yeah.
Now you're finally as good as Foxy.
Coming up.
Yes.
That anecdote that Karl didn't get to last week about Neil Armstrong.
Right.
I can't wait. It's because he took 3 links telling us about the horse.
Yes, of course.
The horse. Think of that.
Wow.
I went out with Karl on Thursday night.
Right.
Right. It was one of the most enjoyable nights. We just, went out for about, 5 or 6 pints, a little crawl, and adventures happened around Karl.
Yeah.
And just me sitting talking to him was just incredible. I'm thinking that a competition would be win a pint with Karl.
Yes. That would be a hell of a
They just
gift.
have to go for a pint and they can ask him anything they want.
Yeah.
He's just great. We met my friend, didn't we? Tell him all about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? What?
Did you enjoy it as much as Ricky, Karl?
Yeah, there was things I learned as well, which was good.
Okay.
You know his mate Robin, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. You'll discuss that later.
I'll tell you later about...
He's got all his near-death experiences to come. Win a pint. And, of course, coming up, Karl's homework was, the quotes. And Karl's come up with a great idea to show that anyone can do quotes. He's invented a thing like faking it, where he's got 2 real quotes.
Right.
And he's made one up.
Okay.
And he's gonna fool us. I bet we won't be able to...
Brilliant. Sorry, what was the challenge last
Look at him looking at us. What's the matter with you?
It's just that before, you were like, no, this is good for you. But now it's turned into a game.
At your expense?
Yeah.
Has it only just dawned on you?
Karl, well, I'm joking. It's great, honestly. It's really good.
What was the Karl challenge last week? You said I thought we did the quotes last week.
No, but, I gave him a, book on
happiness.
Happiness. It's all about happiness
Right.
and what the pursuit of happiness. And it's in sort of like quote form and everything. But, Karl's gonna do a couple of ones and faking it just to show, I mean, cause he's been coming up with fables all week as well now. He comes up with something, he goes, that's a fable, isn't it? And he tells me so he's getting good. Now.
To it all. Should we play another track? What have you got something special?
I brought in, I saw, Elvis Costello and Jonathan Ross a couple of weeks ago, and he did just an acoustic version of Alison, and I forgot what an amazing song it is, and it's just, he's fantastic, he's the man. Listen to this guitar sound, it's so beautiful.